Human civilization's emergence was a process which began around 10,000 years ago. Civilization went from being nomads to currently a well knowledgeable society. And all of this wouldn't be possible without a partnership and companionship between women and men. Women are as important in the society as men. And just like men, they have their own interests, ambitions, and distastes.
Just like men, women have diverse tastes and they engage in various different activities. So we can't necessarily say that shopping is the only important activity they do. But still, over the years and even today, shopping is considered a feminine activity.
Traditionally, men earned and women ran the household. Running the household is not a very easy task. In traditional and agrarian societies, this role was crucial and multifaceted. There were many areas which women had to manage on their own, like food preparation, cleanliness, childcare, budgeting, and many more. All of these activities needed supplies, and for those, women had to shop. In old days, work was not limited to 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, but it was basically all the time. Outside of nights and Sundays, men basically worked all of the time and didn't get much breaks. So it's expected that if men work the whole day, they are not available for shopping. That's when women step in.
Women and shopping go way back. I mean, way back. Historically, women were always associated with the work of homemaking. They are homemakers.
Even though wage laborers today are less burdened compared to the wage laborers of old time, shopping for both necessities and luxuries has stayed women's work. And nowadays it has become a feminine pastime. Well, shopping is not just a pastime for many women, it's an emotion for most of them. It's not just a mere buying of commodity. Shopping is a lot of things.
So, talking about the benefits of shopping, to say that it increases the economy of a country or boosts the GDP of an economy, which would be a very textbook ish definition, right? I mean, it is true, but on a personal level, we all realize that how big of a mood booster and mood lifter shopping is. It helps us get out of this monotonous routine that we're in and it distracts us from all our problems. I mean, personally, whenever I have any issue in life and I need a break from life, I just go shopping. And if that's not possible, there's always online shopping. It is so convenient that we can compare products across various sites and then we can choose according to whatever aligns with our goals and our preferences. So it's a really great way to distract yourself from the everyday things. Other than that, it is a very great way to increase our social interaction. I mean, we get to talk to people with varied opinions and point of views about fashion, trends, and whatever is going on around us. If I may say so, it also helps us understand a bit about psychology because we see how people perceive these trends and what aligns with their goals, what works for them, and what does not work for them. Well, these are all just surface level things. On a very serious note, it helps us increase our physical activity as well. I mean, have you ever gone real life shopping? Your everyday goal of 10k steps gets completed like that, and the sense of achievement that you feel when you snag even like 10% discount or get like great deal, buy one get one, you already feel like the greatest person on earth and you feel so fulfilled in yourself. It is one of the greatest feelings ever.
Shopping is a very easy tool for these companies because through it, these companies can employ strategies that potentially exploit customers. Big brands love to manipulate this hobby of women. Shopping is a very important and basic activity, not just for women, but for men as well.
Well, in today's world, the easiest way to earn profits for these brands, wanna know? Well, it's to target people's insecurities, especially women. Now, if a woman is like immune to insecurities, what are they gonna do? Well, they're gonna do one thing. They're gonna make new insecurities. Ladies, I'm sorry, but if you think that these brands think about you, I'm sorry, they don't. Actually, the only thing they think about, or the only thing which matters to them, is profit. Profit maximization is the only reason people start companies. It's not public welfare. Well, there are companies which love the concept of public welfare, but not all of them are like that. Nowadays, companies use terms like body positivity and feminism only to attract clout or sales. The day the sales decline, they'll stop using it.
Companies use certain tricks to earn profits, which may not be ethically right, but they do it anyways. Companies only care about profits. They don't really care about their consumers or customers. Well, most of them don't. And if you think they do, you seriously need to rethink that. Women buyers play a crucial role in today's markets. Companies make their strategies around women shoppers, and they have a very good reason for it.
Women buyers make 70 to 80% of all consumer purchasing decisions. They open new opportunities for product innovation and diverse services. Their shopping habits have transformed e commerce trends.
Well, it's pretty much understood that companies tend to make their policies around women customers. Then why do I claim that women customers are the most exploited ones? Let's learn about that as well.
Companies know that women consumers are really important and should be catered to at all times. Companies want to earn profit and generate sales. Therefore, they add a first situation to the mix, adding empowerment to the product or femvertising.
The situation is a blend of advertising and feminism. Here, brands use pro women messages, empowerment themes, or feminist ideals to sell products or improve their image. This advertisement is one of those three very important scenarios through which companies can earn money from female customers. Femvertising is very appealing for women consumers because it challenges stereotypes, it inspires change, it promotes body positivity and equality. But this is just the tip of an iceberg. Brands use feminism only to make money without genuinely supporting women's causes. They may promote slogans for equality or girl power, but don't address a deeper structural inequality. Some may use femvertising but also exploit women workers or promote unrealistic ideals.
Now a question arises. If a company uses femvertising, are they really feminists? So the answer of this question, well, it depends. There are certain companies which are really feminist and are working for the upliftment of the women in our society. But there are some companies which don't really give a flying F about femvertising. They just use this for their sales, their profits.
Dove body soap is one such candidate. Dove, a universally known personal care brand owned by a multinational company, Unilever, launched in 1957. Initially, it was known for its moisturizing beauty bar. It has expanded its product range to include various products. Dove is not just famous for its products but also for its marketing strategy, rooted in feminist branding and social messaging. The Real Beauty campaign aimed to challenge traditional beauty standards by showing casing real women, all size, shapes, ages, and ethnicity.
This campaign positioned it as the champion of body positivity and female empowerment. But the story has a twist. Dove's parent company Unilever has faced criticism for owning other brands that promote conflicting and often sexist or colorist messages, leading to debates about authenticity of Dove's feminist messaging.
While we are talking about femvertising, let me tell you about a story. This story is about a moment from 1920s, which was the Torches of Freedom movement. This is one of the most famous examples of negative usage of femvertising. Torches of Freedom was a marketing campaign from late 1920s. So during
1920s, smoking was a male-only activity. So the tobacco companies were not satisfied with their sales. The companies were eyeing the female audience as their potential customers. Companies knew if they can capture this female market, their sales can increase exponentially. But at the same time, companies were deep in questions, queries, and confusions of how can they claim this untouched side of the population. Women audience was a very new audience for these companies.
It was Edward Bernays, the father of PR, who came up with this idea. Eventually, companies caught on to this idea, and now we have women smoking day and night. Earlier, women smoking was a taboo, and now it's a habit. Eventually, we all realize that it's always PR and advertisement, which mess with our brain and start an entire new revolution.
Edward is considered a pioneer of modern advertising and propaganda technique. He was hired by the American Tobacco Company to boost cigarette sales among women, which was a difficult task. Edward smartly linked smoking with women's rights and independence, staged public protest events during New York Easter Parade, instructed media to call cigarettes torches of freedom.
1920s marked a turning point in the women's liberation in the US. With the 19th Amendment granting voting rights, women embraced freedom and oath to break traditional norms. Brands quickly tapped into the ambitious, profitable groups. Edward Bernays capitalized on the flapper culture, which symbolized rebellion and independence. His famous campaign challenged the taboo of women smoking in the public by reframing cigarettes as torches of freedom, portraying them as a symbol of empowerment and liberation.
The campaign reformed smoking as empowerment. They made the habit of smoking into a political idea. Bernays understood people don't want products, they want equality. Women at that time were needy. They wanted equality. They wanted empowerment. So, Bernays told them empowerment. Bernays was an intelligent guy. He used his ideas and sold cigarettes as empowerment.
The Torches of Freedom campaign was a landmark success. It sparked a drastic rise in cigarette sales as smoking became associated with modern femininity and rebellion. Within a decade, the percentage of female smokers doubled, giving tobacco companies access to a new and highly profitable consumer base. This campaign would set the blueprint for modern marketing strategies.
This movement laid the foundation for modern marketing. Bernays did more than advertise a product. He manufactured concern by transforming a consumer act into a political statement. He realized that if a brand could ally itself with a social movement, it would drive the sales. The Torches of Freedom campaign, therefore, was not truly a feminist act, but a commercial stunt framed as women's empowerment. It marked the beginning of what we now call as femvertising.
This campaign showed us how companies can manipulate social issues to create emotional marketing hooks. This campaign targeted women just for sales.
Advertising is not the only tool influencing female consumers. Commercialized beauty idols are also powerful instruments used daily to exploit them. These brands manipulate how women perceive themselves. They have corroded women's self-image, creating insecurities for profit. Female consumers are continuously exploited, and the brands show no remorse. They set unrealistic beauty standards, promote colorism through fairness cream advertisements, and over-sexualize women in the media.
As I mentioned earlier, the easiest way to earn profits is either to make new insecurities, trigger existing insecurities, or add empowerment to any advertisement or products. Shopping started as a necessity. Then it turned into a habit. And then later it was used in stereotypes. Interesting, isn't it? There is another thing which is even more interesting. Companies create eye-catching, attention-seeking ad campaigns just to target women customers. Why? Because women customers are their money maker. And if you're targeting your money making tool, you need to have attention-seeking advertisements. But
The same women which are targeted through their attention seeking advertisements and eye catching and very flashy advertisements are charged extra money. Yes, they're charged extra money through pink tax. And that's the topic of our next video. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy, keep smiling, and I'll see you in the next video on pink tax.